he's your provision. You just got to trust him. And when he say move, you move. Even though you don't know where you're going, you got to trust him. You got to believe him. Because he's not going to. Y'all know in Jeremiah, we always say this. I know the thoughts that I think towards you. Thoughts of peace. And not of evil. To bring you. He said, you ain't even, bring you to an expected end. He said, I'm going to prosper you, but he going to bring us. You see that bag? It ain't making any effort.
Come on with it.
It says, in my hands. And you got to understand you are in God's hands. And it ain't by your effort. It's not by your might. It's not by your thoughts. You got to trust God. And move when he say move. See, this bag is going everywhere I go. This bag, it ain't saying nothing. So we need to hush.
Come on now.
We got to have a holy hush. We got to just shut up and be still and listen sometimes. See, God don't yell at you and scream at you and he said, I'm going to say it one time.
That's just one.
Just one time. And if you listen close.
Come on with it.
And you, yeah, I remember he came in there was a thunder and there was an earthquake. But, man of God, he had a still, small whisper. We got to be careful who we listen to. And y'all know the thunder go boom. It's just a noise, y'all. It ain't got no power. Lightning, it got power. It comes suddenly. And it comes with fire. And it comes with power. And it shakes some things up. I said, Lord, I thank you. I don't want it to be in the thunder. I don't want to make a big noise. I'm going to just stand still and see the salvation of the Lord.
Amen.
I'm going to take me a Selah moment when I start getting weary, when I start to feel tired. I'm going to take me a Selah moment. Man, I hate driving, y'all. I truly hate it. And I never realized my husband, I was a passenger princess, baby. Ooh, Lord, he didn't trust me, and I trusted him. He was like, and he would complain. He was like, just sit over there and be quiet. So, I did not realize I had never driven a long way in all my 20 years of marriage. And when he passed, I was like, Tina, can you take me? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Back seat in my car. I come pick you up, or you can come by my house, but I'm good sitting in the back seat, in the middle. It don't matter. As long as I ain't driving. Woo, but when he passed, Lord have mercy, I got weary. I was playing and stuff, and I said, oh, Lord Jesus, how far is it away? I was used to him driving. You know, we got to, when we put things in God's hands, we can be a passenger princess. And we just say, oh, Lord, I'm going to let you take control of this vehicle. I trust you, Lord. I'm not going to lean on my own understanding. I'm going to just, when you set the destination, you said this church is going to be filled. I'm trusting you, God. I'm believing in you, God. I'm just going to be a passenger princess. And say, Lord, I thank you for
Thank you, Lord.
Y'all know we said Jesus take the wheel. But I said, Lord, I thank you right now. You just got to understand that He gonna get you where you need to go. You just gotta trust Him. You gotta trust and believe in Him. You gotta wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. And be of good courage. And He gonna strengthen your heart. He gonna strengthen your heart. Again, I say, wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. He gonna get you where you need to go. You ain't got to fight in this season. You don't have to struggle in this season. You can just sit down and rest a while. Take you a Selah moment. When you feel like you can't make it anymore, just go somewhere and sit down. Me and Hope came from Tampa, and I had drove most of the way. And I said, baby, I need to just take a break, because I had got really, really tired, and I was getting sleepy. And it's amazing. I had pulled over in the parking lot, and I dipped my head down, and I just rested. And then I woke up, and Hope looked at me, and she's like, you ready? And she was like, I had slept maybe 3 minutes. It just took a moment, y'all.
Come on with it.
And I refreshed, and I revived, and I was restored, and I was ready to make it a little further till we made it to my destination. See, you got to take a Selah moment sometimes. When you think you feel like you giving up.
Come on, help us.
No, so sit down. Take you a break. Take you a nap. Take you a moment. And say, look, God, I trust you. I trust you. I can't see my way through right now. But I'm fainting. I'm almost giving up. I said, Lord, and it's amazing. We were almost at home. And I got tired, y'all. Couldn't get that last little bit in until I took a micro nap. Woo! That's a refreshing.
Amen.
That's a refreshing. That's a Selah moment. You take a breath and you breathe in and you breathe out. If you angry word to come up on you, you just gotta breathe in and breathe out. Take you a moment. Take you a moment. You don't want to block your blessing. You don't want to take another lap around the mountain. You don't want to take 40 years to make an 11-day journey. You don't want to prolong your time. You don't want to prolong your due season. You do that. I said, Lord, I thank you. The wrong attitude.
Come on.
The wrong attitude can delay.
Right.
Woo! Do y'all remember a number of times that Israel got the wrong attitude?
Yeah.
And they were, Lord, I said, Lord, I thank you. Complaining, whining.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all, I ain't the only
Come on,
one.
help us.
I ain't the only one. I know I complain. I know I whine. I know I'm like, look, what's going on, Lord? You said in your word, you said it in your word that I shall be above only and not beneath. You said in your word. There's gonna be a healing in my land if I humble myself and I pray. But I ain't seen no change.
Oh my God.
Woo! Y'all know we get in trouble. I got some big eyes, y'all. But I can't see everything. I promise you, whatever it is that you're going through in your due season, you just gotta wait on it. Wait on it. Wait on it. You gotta trust God. I said, Lord, I thank you for my eagle's wings.
Amen.
They that wait upon the Lord
Shall mount up.
shall. Ooh! Mount up. And see, that's the progression for it. It starts out easy. The eagle flies above it all. And it's just no effort. It's just riding on the air. And it's just circles. It doesn't even flap its wings hardly. It's just gliding. I look at that hawk by my house, and it just glides. It's beautiful, and it does. And I'm amazed, and I just watch it. So that first, when he gives you that vision, you'll first be, y'all know how we, Abraham. God's going to give me a son. God's going to give me a son. God's going to give me a son. Woo! Lord, woo! And we just keep praying. And it's easy then. It's just the beginning. We're going to mount up on wings of eagles. And then we're going to run. We're going to run. We gonna run. I can't run, y'all. I said, Lord. And running is hard.
Yes, it is.
Running kind of gets you tired. And that's in the preparation spirit. In the preparation stage. You know, came down from that initial promise of God. And then you gotta, the reality, you gotta hit the ground.
Oh my God.
Running.
Amen.
Doing some work.
Yeah.
And putting in some effort. This more my speed. I'm going to walk and not faint. See, when you get to the walking point, you can walk a long way.
Come on, Amen.
I can't run from here to Yummy's, but I can walk 4, 5, 6 miles. And that's when your endurance comes in. You get there eventually. And I said, Lord, I thank you for the wings. I thank you for the running. And I thank you for the walking. See, it's steps to this. But I said, Lord, I thank you right now. Habakkuk, that was a vision. Tears. Ooh, he said, wait on it. He said, wait on it.
Yeah.
It's tearing. That means it's taking its time. It's just chilling out. Woo. On the way. But it ain't in no hurry. It's not in no hurry. God, you can't hurry God. He said, I'm going to do it my way. I know I promised you in my word. But it's going to take a time, and you got to have a season to this. I grew up in the country, and we had peach trees, we had pear trees, we had plum trees. We had, in the springtime, it would blossom, and they would be beautiful, pink and white, and whatever leaves, blooms, blossoms. In that season, it looks beautiful, the greenery and the contrast with the blooms. But if we had went out there and picked all the blooms off, the blooms represent the fruit.
Right.
Amen. It ain't fruit yet, but it's coming. So you got to understand that it looks beautiful right now, but if you go and pluck it in the wrong season, you ain't gonna have no fruit.
Amen. That's so good.
You're not gonna have any fruit. It looks beautiful, and you thinking it's so amazing. Let me go. You're picking it in the wrong season.
Oh my God.
Wow.
You ain't gonna get no fruit. When due season is come and it's time for a harvest, you just got a bunch of dead blooms.
Right.
So a lot of times we go ahead of God and say, Lord, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out. God don't need no help. He don't need no help. You
don't need no help.
His ways are beyond finding out. You got to understand God does not need your help. I said, Lord, I thank you. I'm going to get out of the way. I'm going to get out of the way and let you move. Ooh, Lord, I thank you. And I'm going to let you pass on by me. And I'm going to follow